Hey guys, I just wanted to take a second to go over what it is you get when you purchase GetGood Drums Studio Cabs. At first, I thought it was just going to be an impulse response loader, but it's actually a lot more than that. It's more of an impulse response designer, and I can get into what I mean by that in just a second. So, real quick, before we go into Studio Cabs, my guitar tone is coming from the Fortin Nameless Suite by Neural DSP. Just sort of a basic metal rhythm tone. It's the same settings that I used for the rhythm guitar on the track that I just showed. So if we jump to Studio Cabs over here, this is the preset that I used for my main rhythm guitar. It's the Swedish Grind preset. I didn't really mess with it too much because I think that it sounded really good. I believe this is based off the Friedman technique with another mic added into the mix. Let's make this a little bigger. Alright, so let's get into what you get with this. So starting off, you can load up to 7 different impulse responses and blend them together as you want. And the way you can customize these impulse responses are like this. So you have 9 different cabs to choose from. There's a mix of 212s, 412s, and even some 112s, and there's some variation to each of them. Some of them have open backs, some of them are closed back, and some are ported. And you can also pick which speaker you're going to be miking. So right here, the default is the G12, so that's how that one sounds, but then if I switch over to the V30, so there, same cab, but radically different sound. And if you go down here, then there are 7 mics for you to choose from. They have the SM57 both on and on access, so you can get a little bit of variation with that, as well as some condensers and a room mic. So I really think the room mic is cool, so if you listen to this, you're not going to get the option to pick a speaker, but what you do get is this. Get a little bit of natural room reverb on there, which is a really nice way of sort of adding another dimension to more ambient parts, whether that's a clean, a lead, or just a rhythm that you want to add this in. This really works really well with blending too, if you want to have just something breathe a little bit more. So if we switch back to the other ones, there's another feature which lets you pick how close the microphone is to the actual speaker. So when you're up close, it sounds something like that. Then as you move it farther away, it's a little bit less precise, if that makes any sense. You also get a little bit of bleed from the other speakers, I believe. And you can load however many of these, or sorry, you can load up to 7 of these. So if I do that one and I load in, say for example, this one, same, maybe I want to blend in, oh that's the straight. So if I do this one, maybe I want to blend in some of the G12. Or maybe I want to do something else entirely. I just want to add an off-access mic with that, so. I could also do this one, but have a room microphone on it. Just blend that in there to give it a little bit more breath. But there's a bunch of stuff you can do, and a lot of these presets are really great for just getting a basic idea of what you want. Like if you go over to, where's the Misha one? The Metal Kitchen Sink Roomy. So with the Metal Kitchen Sink, you have 2 mics on each speaker, but you also have 2 room mics blended in there, so you get the... It just breathes a bit more than if you were to just take that out. get a little bit of natural reverb, and it kind of gives it a more three-dimensional quality to it. Again, it doesn't necessarily work on everything, but it's really cool to just add a different effect to different guitars. The other thing you can do is export your settings. If you have something that you really like and you want to bring it outside of the DAW, you can export it as a wave and then load it into a Kemper or an Axe Effects. You might have to fiddle with the file because I've heard some people having issues loading things in, but the option is there and you can make your own impulse responses from this essentially. You also have the option to load in your own impulse response. If you have something that you really like and you want to blend these into it, then you can combine the two. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked what you heard, I'll put a link down in the description to the GetGood Drums website where you can purchase Studio Cabs Zilla Edition. And if you like the music, it's the song Embers by my band The Perceiver, and I'll link down below to that too. See you guys next time.